Hi everyone! So in today's video, I'm gonna be reacting to language review English by language sim. So I mean, my English is not that good, so that's why I really want some reviews. So maybe this video can help me speak English better. So yeah, let's go.
Howdy partner, today I'm going to be reviewing the English language, aka colonizer language, American, McDonald's language, Liberian, or Bidenese. No need for a long intro, you all
Bidenese.
know what this series is about at this point. I'm going to discuss what is good and what is bad about the English language from a language learning perspective, and then I'll give it an official Language Simp certified rating on the Simp scale. So without further ado, let's begin.
Let's go.
English? Isn't that just the default spawn language that everyone starts with?
No, we speak English because we spawned in America. I know it's hard as an American, but you gotta remember that other countries exist.
What's a country?
But English is the most spoken language in the universe, as over 1.4 billion NPCs speak it just on Earth alone. Which means that learning it will unlock an unfathomable amount of DLC. And that's because, for a few hundred years, the British Empire did a steamy number 2 on most countries. They colonized the crap out of everyone, which caused the English language to spread like a virus way outside of England's embarrassingly small modern-day borders. And nowadays, the virus continues to spread, because out of the rubble of colonization came the most gigachad country in the entire world, the United States of global interventionism.
The United States of Global Intervention.
America. And everyone loves America and the American government. So English is now widely...
What is this symbol? I mean, I'm not from America, so
everyone loves
if you guys know about
America
the symbol,
and the American government.
can you guys comment down below? So I want to know.
So English is now widely studied all around the world, even in North Korea. In 2024, English is the global language. So if you don't speak English at a conversational level, society considers you a beta male. You won't find a job, you won't get a girl, or a guy. You'll never leave your country because you can't travel, and you can never enjoy My Little Pony in its original language if you don't speak English. As a passionate language learner myself, I actually hate that English has become the global language. Back in the day, if you wanted to go to Spain, you had to learn Mexican, and if you wanted to go to Arizona, you had to learn Navajo. But now, if you just know English, you can go everywhere. Most people are forced to learn the language in school, which strips the fun out of it for them. Unlike with other languages, no one learns it.
But even I study English at school, but to be honest, I learn my English mostly from YouTube, from internet. At class, whenever there is an English like study or something, I mostly just fall asleep or talk with my friend. Don't do that if you still at school. But yeah, I learn my English mostly just from the internet, not from school. And from games also, yeah.
English for fun, or because they like how it sounds, or because a certain English-speaking country fascinates them. It's always school this, work that, blah blah. Drop out of school and quit your job. Due to the spread of this linguistic virus, some of the countries with the most speakers of English as a second language include Bollywoodland, Lollywoodland, and
Lollywoodland? What is this?
most speakers of English as a second language include Bollywoodland, Lollywood.
What is this? Flag? Iran? No. Oh, Pakistan.
Land and Nollywood land. And there are a lot of people, including me, who are living life on easy mode recruit difficulty as native English speakers, since we happen to spawn in one of the 19 majority native English speaking countries. The most notable of which is Belize. Just kidding, I only just found out that place existed 10 minutes ago, but they speak English. But I don't know, who really cares? It's time to get down and dirty and talk about the big dogs and their iconic accents. Americans speak standard normal English, and they sound sophisticated and intelligent. In fact, the accent is so sophisticated that it takes up too much space in Americans' brains, and that's why they can't learn other languages. the accent of pop music, Hollywood, and Fox News. But there are a lot of different
Fox
types of
News.
accents in different regions of America. People from the South sound friendly, hospitable, and Republican. People from California all sound like surfer dudes, like they're totally tubular, bro. People from Minnesota sound a little too Canadian for my taste. And people from
Yeah, this sounds so Canadian.
So yeah, there's a lot of diversity in the US. Now, moving on to England. I recently went there and I can tell you that it's a country full of depressing weather and depressing food, which depressed me. Y'all probably know that a few months ago, I took a break from YouTube, and that's because I wasn't taking care of my mental health. I'm sure y'all can agree that it's really hard to learn languages when you have a bad mentality, but ever since I started doing therapy, my life has been dramatically better. I'm much more equipped to handle anxiety and stress, and I feel an inner peace that will allow me to learn every
Hola.
single language
Hello,
on the planet.
guten
And
Tag.
that's why I'm passionate and proud to say that this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp makes starting therapy easier and much less intimidating for a lot of people, as it lets you have therapy sessions as a phone call, a video chat, or even messaging. Whatever's the most comfortable version of therapy for you. You can join over 4 million people who've used BetterHelp to start living a healthier, happier life by clicking the link in the description or visiting betterhelp.com/languagesimp. Once you sign up, you fill out a questionnaire that will ask you questions about what challenges you're going through and what kind of therapist you'd like, and then BetterHelp can match you with a therapist to help you. And if you don't like your therapist, you can switch to another with a click of a button at no cost. I highly recommend giving it a try. I can't even imagine my life without therapy, and BetterHelp makes it so much easier and less intimidating. Click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/languagesimp to support my channel and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Okay, now let's talk about England. I don't hate British accents, but I just wish everyone would stop acting like every Brit speaks in an incredibly elegant and luxurious way. There are two main accents in British English, that of the pretentious, posh, rich, and snobby folk who think it's cool to LARP as wizard royalty, and that of the roadmen. A lot of people think that the posh RP, or received pronunciation spoken by the BBC, is the most comprehensible accent in English, but it's actually the Scouse accent in Liverpool.
Is it the English where you say like arachnid, cemetery, casket? Is that the receive? Is it called again? Receive
People think that
English?
accent in English, but it's actually the Scouse accent in Liverpool. And then people from Birmingham are renowned for sounding amazing, beautiful, and poetic. Moving on to Discount America, or Canada as they like to call it. Canadians
What?
just sound American except with a little twang, and they add A to the end of all their sentences, which makes them sound really insecure. They're so insecure that if you hit a Canadian with your car, he'll say, "I'm sorry, buddy, my buddy hit your nice automobile, eh? Could I give you a toonie so you could pop on by the Timmies and get yourself a double-double, bud?" Australians
Double-double,
sound a
bud.
lot like if British people reproduced with cowboys from Texas, and I really like that. It sounds badass, wild, flavorful, and cute. Australians love to say the word oi, 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 oi. It kind of reminds me of a seagull. In general, the more offensive an Australian sounds to you, the nicer they're actually being in reality. If an Australian sounds polite and reserved, they probably hate you. Then there's a bunch of empty waters in the southeast of Australia where a few people might speak English, but probably not. Now it's time to talk about the writing system. The English language is written in the standard American alphabet, which is made up of 26 beautiful and iconic letters that look normal and make life worth living. Most other languages either use or steal from this alphabet in some way, and it's obvious why. There are no scary characters. Like, look at the Russian D,
It's
and then
D.
look at the American D. Which letter would you rather your daughter dated?
The
There are
D.
no complicated works of art. Like, look at this Chinese
Oh
character.
my
You have to
God.
pick your pen up off.
Is this real word? This like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
the paper 58 times in order to draw it. On the other hand, every single English letter can be written in a maximum
I mean, I'm learning kanji, but that's I don't want to learn that one.
of 3 elegant strokes. The only potential problem is that so many of these letters have multiple pronunciations, and there are groups of letters that make unique sounds, and groups of letters that make the same sounds as individual letters. It just makes no sense. This word should definitely be said as rug. Why does the GH make an F sound in the word rough? And why on earth does the O make an I sound in the word women? And if you combine all the spelling quirks, you could theoretically write the word potato like this.
Golf potatoes.
And English words are screwed up too. This language has the most batshit dictionary I've ever seen. And that's because English is a mutt, as 80% of its vocab are loan words from other languages. That's in-
What's definition? A dog. Okay.
What even is English? It's just a bunch of other languages. It's not real. English is technically a Germanic language, but I think it should be called a Romance language, as 29% of the words come from Latin, and another 29% of the words come from French, which also came from Latin. I'm a Latino. Another 26% of the words do have Germanic roots, and all of these words sound super strong and masculine, especially when compared to the soft and feminine nature of the Latin words. The word book sounds so aggressive and powerful, while the word novel sounds so wimpy. You could ask.
Wait, isn't book and novel is a different stuff? I mean, book is just very old story, but novel is so half story. I don't know.
Question like a Chad, or you could inquire about something like a beta male. And then all of the useless and irrelevant words like democracy and anatomy come from Greek, while all of the useful and relevant words like loot, thug, bandana, and mogul come from Urdu. But there are still some words that are pure and unique to English, mainly the slang. Slang originating from English that is used so frequently throughout the world is often taken for granted. Like, could you imagine speaking any language without using words like Riz, Skibbity, Phantom Tax, Sus, Bussin, and Cap? And English acronyms are some of the most iconic things in the observable universe. How beautiful are acronyms like IDK, BRB, BBW, TTYL, and FYI? And everyone knows what LOL is. I've seen people use it and even say LOL out loud, both in French and Russian. But they don't sound like native English speakers when they say it out loud, because this language is pretty impossible to pronounce correctly. There are a few sounds that foreigners struggle to make, one of them being the TH sound, like in the word thick. And words with TH are exceptionally hard. An English learner's worst nightmare is to be chained to the wall in my garage and only released when they can properly distinguish between and pronounce the words tough, thought, though, through, and thorough. Then there's the dreaded R sound, which the Brits and thought, the
true and thorough.
Then there's the dreaded R sound, which the Brits and Australians couldn't pronounce if their lives depended on it. Let's see if you can pronounce it. Look at this little guy. Isn't he cute? Say his name. No, that's not it. Just say it. It's a
squirrel.
Squirrel. It's a squirrel, god.
Yeah, it's a squirrel. Squirrel.
And what is this?
A barn.
Say it. Don't spray it. There's no TH in it.
Barn.
It's rural. It's rural.
Oh, it's rural. Okay.
And so many words are spelled completely differently to how they're pronounced. So good luck with words like kernel, cupboard, and ketchup. Fortunately, English
Cupboard, yeah, it's cupboard.
grammar is not actually all that bad. The words all identify as non-binary, which means that there are no cringe, unnecessary grammatical genders. The only articles you gotta know are the and and sometimes and if the word after it starts with a vowel sound. There are also no grammatical cases, so words stay the same, unless you're pluralizing them, in which case you'll either add an S or an ES. Except for a few stupid words like fish. Fish is the same for both singular and plural, and I hate it. The plural should be fishs. The subject pronouns are pretty straightforward. There's I, we, you, he, she, it, they singular, and they plural. And thankfully, there's no informal formal distinction.
Wait, there is a they singular? I don't know
as
that.
there are in similar languages. Thou used to be the informal version of
You.
that you'd use with your friends, and you used to be the formal version you'd use with your wife's boyfriend's dad. But we got rid of thou, so
Oh,
nowadays you can address everyone you come across with the pronoun you. The real fun comes when you're addressing multiple people. You could just say you or you all, but there are several cooler variations like y'all,
yo.
yous, and in my home state of Pennsylvania, yins. The real grammatical
Yins.
nightmare for English learners are the phrasal verbs. Us natives never even think about how little sense these make. They're the verbs made up of multiple words that we use all the time, like bring in, give in, and take out. The following is a perfectly normal way to speak English, but I can't imagine a non-native understanding it. Sorry to butt in, but you're screwing up. Don't scarf down your food, you'll throw up. I'm cracking down on you, bro. You need to squirrel it away. I'm sizing you up, man. You need to man up and beef up. Don't chicken out, clam up, or flip out.
Okay.
The base conjugations
Okay.
of normal verbs aren't too bad though. Everything's basically the same except you add an s or es to the end of the he, she, and it conjugations. The tenses though can get a little kooky. We use a lot of auxiliary
Kooky.
verbs in our conjugations, mainly will, have, and do. I will survive, I have survived, I do survive. But the kooky part comes in when you have to combine these auxiliary verbs. I have survived or I will had been done surviving. The verb
Done.
themselves never really change much. But tragically, there are about 200 irregular verbs in English, but most of them are really common, so you'll learn them fast, like to do, to go, and to breed. Now it's time to talk about shock factor. How will native English speakers react to you speaking their language as a foreigner? The truth
But I wanna ask you guys. I mean, what do you guys think about my English? I mean, I know that I don't speak perfect English, but what do you guys think? What do I sound from? What do you guys think? My English come from? I just want to know.
Truth is, it really depends on who you're speaking to. If you speak English to an American, they're not going to be surprised at all. Americans don't know how much effort it takes to learn a language, so they won't care. They expect everyone to speak English already. Natives from Australia, as well as the empty void off the coast of Australia, will be pleased with your efforts, but they still won't
Wait, is
react
it?
much. English has
forgot.
the smallest shock factor out of any language in the solar system. If you learn Chinese, Chinese people will do triple backflips. If you learn Spanish, Brazilians will cook you tacos. Heck, even if you learn German, Germans will at least appreciate you. But no, you're expected to speak English in 2020.
If you speak Indonesian people will be really nice to you, and if you speak Japanese well, all the people will be nice also here. Yeah.
24, which is sad. Imagine how beautiful the world would be if the British Empire had never happened. There's so much linguistic beauty out there in the world, but English unfortunately alphamogs all the competition. And as a native English speaker, that makes my life really easy. Can you imagine? Now it's time to give
Okay.
English an official language Simp certified rating on the Simp scale. On a scale of dog water to Giga Chad, I place English tragically in
Alpha.
the dog water tier. English is beautiful, and every English-speaking country is really cool and unique, minus England. But I really hate the fact that English has a monopoly on the language learning market. Everyone is forced to invest in English, so it's hard to diversify your portfolio with other languages. And that just really ruins the appeal for me. I think the world would be a much better place if English were a dead language like Dutch. Yeah, it will help you find a job and live a better life, but we don't learn languages for self-improvement. We learn languages to shock natives, record them without their permission, and post it to YouTube. So if I wasn't a native speaker, I'd choose to be a Sigma male, and I'd refuse to ever even study English. If you enjoyed this video, consider supporting me on
So yeah, that's the end of video. But to be honest, the reason why I learn English is just because I want to communicate with other people and learn their language. I used to study Russian, but Russian is a little bit too hard. So yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys like it and I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.